Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Fabs, and in this video I'm going to show you how to improve your movement. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked the video. Obviously, movement is a big part of being a good player in CSGO. Good movement allows you to move around the map faster, and this might lead to catching your enemies off guard, because they're basically just not prepared for you to be there that fast, or to peek that fast, or whatever it is. Here's an example of good movement catching the enemies off guard. As you can see, Robs was in mini so fast that FaZe had barely even gotten to the A site, and obviously they had no time to react. This happened on the old nuke, but you can still do this exact same thing if your movement is good enough. But only having good movement isn't going to make you a global elite or FaZe at level 10 or any high level for that matter. There's a lot more to it than that. For example, game sense and aim, but movement, as said, is still a big part, so you should definitely take some time to practice it. I'm going to divide this video into 3 parts: playing normally, community servers, and workshop maps. Something I feel like most people forget about is just how much playing the game is going to improve your movement. Just trying to bhop in the beginning or at the end of the round is really beneficial, because that ends up being a lot of movement, while still practicing everything else, depending on how much CS you play of course. You can also try doing the hard jumps, for example the self boost on short on Inferno, which is really hard to do in the beginning, but when you've practiced it so many times it eventually adds up, and you start hitting the jump more frequently. And you can try doing these jumps at the start of the round, or basically any time when you're safe to do it, obviously. You can also practice these hard jumps on your own server, which is a lot easier because you can't be distracted by anything else. And since the only thing you're doing is practicing your movement is going to improve faster. But in my opinion, this way is pretty boring. You know, playing on your own server, not doing anything but practicing your movement. Another good way of improving your movement is of course just to play on community, KC, bhop, and surfing servers. Playing on these servers is going to generally improve your movement, but it is not going to help you hit specific jumps, like the boost on short on Inferno, right? It isn't going to prepare you for specific jumps, but it might make it easier for you to do them still, because obviously the better movement you have, the easier it is to hit those hard jumps. But playing on bhop servers for me really helped when I started playing on community bhop servers. I noticed that it was a lot easier for me to hit bhops on normal competitive servers, because you still learn the basics, even though the community servers aren't going to be the same as the normal competitive maps. Then you can also practice on your movement on workshop maps, specifically this map right here. I'll have it linked in the description. The first thing you do when you open the map is you go to the start right here. Then, as you can see on the right, you will have 4 options. Repeat level, which lets you repeat the level obviously, and skip level, which lets you skip this jump and back to lobby, and then hint. You use these options by pressing E, and hint basically shows you where you're supposed to go. In this case, I'm supposed to jump into window. One negative though is that this map is a little bit outdated, so some of these jumps don't exist anymore. For example, this window right here on hut on nuke doesn't exist anymore, but you can easily just skip over these levels. Another small tip is that instead of going up the ladder normally, looking straight forward, you can go up the ladder on the side, which actually allows you to go faster. So if you're looking to the right, then you need to press W and A, and if you're looking to the left, of course you need to press W and D instead. Alright guys, now I need to go practice my movement, so make sure you do the same, because practice is the most important thing of all, because then you can hit jumps like this. Damn.